Okay, today I'm working on a 1997 Acura 2.2. It's had the windshield replaced on it before. I pulled the windshield out of the car, and I want to show you what's been left behind. Around the edge of the window, anytime you put a windshield in, you'll see where scratches have been left. You'll see right up in here, this is complete rust that's happening. But if you go all the way across here, you'll see that little bit of rust all the way across. Trying to show it to you. It's real dark red. That's the scratches that were made the last time the window was installed. You'll see them all the way down the side here. Trying to get some light in here so you can kind of see really good. But you can see all the way around. We go to the other side, and what happened is this installer didn't prime the scratches, and you can see the severe amounts of rust that are happening now. We go over here, you can see that rust right down in there where I'm shining the light. It's a red color. You get over here to the edge, and it's really bad. Right here, it's eating all the way through. And then you come down the side, and we get the same thing on this side here. You see the rust marks as you come down the side here. Across the bottom as well. This happens because installers don't take the time to prime the windows or prime the fence weld when they're done, and then you end up with a permanent amount of rust. This rust will eat all the way through like it has over here in the corner and permanently damage your vehicle. A lot of people wonder, well, you know, what's the difference in having a window put in for $99 opposed to a job for $160 bucks? The $99 guys usually don't use any pinch weld primer, which is what should have been used here, and several other things, but that'll cause permanent damage to your vehicle. That's why I'm taping this today. I'll tape several others to show you the damage that can be done. So the only way to repair these kind of things is to use a wire brush. You got my drill here, got a wire brush on the end of it, you can see. And this is what I'm going to be using to take that rust off to as much as I can before I prime and fix this problem that was created by another company. And they're not wanting to do things the right way. So as you can see, I've done this to both sides now. I've cleaned the rust off as well as I could with my wire wheel. And unfortunately, you're not going to get it all off. It's just very hard to get. So unless you took it to a body shop and spent quite a bit of money and cleaned it up. Just something to keep in mind when stuff like this starts happening. It's really hard to reverse it. Very costly. Now we're back, and I have primed all the way around this car now. You can see the area up in here. It's all nice and primed up, as high as up as I can get it, all the way across the top. This is what should have been done at the first installation. Even as old as this car is, you wouldn't have had the rust. None of this needed to have happened. This is the other side. It's all primed up, ready to go. This will prolong the rust problem. If that rust problem is going to continue, it will come back. You got to get all the rust off, or you continue to have, I mean, it's just impossible to clean this all the way out. But this definitely prolongs the life further, and at some point this individual will see rust actually start coming up underneath the paint and causing other problems. So we've gotten to the point in the install. I'm going to start dealing with the new windshield. I'm going to show you, I got a pair of gloves on to help me do that. These gloves are made to make it so that the oils from my fingers don't get on the windshield as I clean it. I'm going to come on over here in the shade. Here's our new window. What happens is as I clean the window and then I rub the edge with my hands without gloves, it just leaves oil on there, and then you end up with a leak in your window. So that's another item that you really need to watch for. You know, is the company willing to buy these for their installers, and are the installers using them? Because they serve a purpose, and they really do reduce on the leaks and such that happen in your vehicle as your window's being installed. What you're going to see me do is I'm going to clean the edge of this. This is called the frit edge, where the black is. You see my finger down here. This needs to be cleaned. We take some window cleaner, we spray on it, And then we take a Scotch-Brite pad of this sort, and we actually go across the edge like this, and we clean it really quick. I don't go into the glass part, don't want to scratch the glass, but this cleans all the oils and such off the edge of the window before I apply any primer or anything, or the glue, and this makes sure I've got a nice clean surface for my glue to bond to. This is another item just a lot of companies don't take the time to do. Now we're at a point where I'm going to apply the primer. This is called a primer stick for the product that we use. It puts a black primer around the edge of your glass. You'll see me apply this, you see, as it comes out. This black primer on the edge of your glass is what allows the glue to stick. There are a few urethanes out there that say they're primerless. We find that most urethanes that are primerless depends. We feel more comfortable using a urethane that requires a primer, therefore we know it sticks every time. We have a lot of challenges out there right now. A lot of windows that I see come to our shop actually have started falling out. Either they've used a primerless glue that isn't working properly, or they have not primed the surface of the glass like I'm doing here. This, again, it's an added expense, this little tube here, but it is what makes your window very secure and makes the job correct.